Alright. So what's up guys? Bubba back. So what's up guys? Bubba back here with my first ever live stream. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Is anyone gonna join? Is anyone gonna join? Come on! Someone please join. Is anyone gonna join? Cause if no one joins, there's not much. This room will just be me sitting. How do people get people? How do other YouTubers get people to join? Hey, 2 people just joined. Now, can you please chat? Whoever the 2 people who are watching, can you please chat? This is supposed to be a chatting. Whoever the 2 people who are watching, can you please... Oh, hi. Ah, this is my first stream. Hey, Randall Tom Brewster. Happy you can join. Okay. I gotta think about what to do. How about I do an investigation of the Baldi's Basics Plus Steam community? If I can just see. Okay, if you want me to do an investigation of the Baldi's Basics Plus Steam community, then I will do it. Junior said a nasty slur. Okay, let's do an investigation, shall we? Okay. So, I'm gonna try and avoid anything about the 0.13 pre-release, cause I'm gonna soon do a video on it. Okay. So, let me see here. We would have an Earth update. What the heck? Probably in 1st January. Change my mind. What the hell is that comment? We get the guns update. Change my mind. We get It's just unfortunate we get the blank update. Change my mind. We get the nuclear bomb update. Change my mind. Okay, before I laugh to death, let's get. What are your thoughts on the SML, the show? In my opinion, it's fine. Not the best thing. The old episodes, however, were great. My favorite episode was Junior Goes to Military School. By the way, I'm not even sure, but I do agree SMO Talks is toxic to others. Yeah, true. Okay. I have... Okay. Any tips for hide and seek? A long time ago when floor 3 was the last floor, I beat it by getting really lucky. Then I was able to type seats for hide and seek. But for some reason I can now, so I think I need to beat floor 5 now. And most of the time I can't beat floor 3, so any tips? Also, hi Dylan and Thomas. Why are you straw? Basically, what we're doing, I'm doing an investigation of the Baldi's Basics Plus Steam community, Steam discussions. See. Most of the times I lose due to me getting stuck in principles. Locked classrooms. Also, it seems in my inventory is for most of it. And I think I used good items like some bee soda. Okay, let's... I'm gonna search up You Can Think Pad. By the way, I just gotta ask a question. Can you see the computer, the thing that I'm trying to point at? The You Can Think Pad. Will the You Can Think Pad be in the early access? I think it will, since it's a very large part of the game. For me personally, I rather the game without the You Can. I hope there is not in game where there will be an option to. Personally, I prefer that there is no YCTV and just pick the notebook. That's really that will be logic, because if there are not the YCTP, there's no YTPs. A math machine was a better idea than keep the math problems from the notebooks. I bet my $100 that there will probably be no UK ThinkPad. R.I.P. UK ThinkPad. Here's the comment from the creator. The YCTV has been repurposed as a device used to the map and pause menu and all the map problems and other activities that must be completed to unlock notebooks no longer use a separate screen. Oh well, at least there are still puzzles because I was very annoyed when you just picked up whenever and go out of the classroom in the demos. I have no patience, but this game helps me to be patient. R.I.P. UK ThinkPad, March 31st, 2018 to June 12th, 2020. You will be missed. Also, by the way, thoughts on SMG4. I personally never really seen SMG4. So, I can't really give my opinion on them. Okay. What is your opinion on Cartoon Network? In my opinion, it is good. I got free notification. I also agree with you that and need better spamming movies and spam one cut. Also, MTV recently canceled ridiculousness. Okay. I gotta see this. I'm gonna see for my. Thoughts on Kawaii Machin? He's a good person. I'm trying to figure out what English I should do this in. Sorry if the stream isn't going well. This is my first stream. I think this is a good angle. Okay. My thoughts on the field trip. I did not like. Ooh. Also, by the way, if you're wondering how long this stream will be, it'll be about an hour or an hour and a half. Also, if the stream does well, and I might do some other streams in the future. Maybe like every Friday. Why is no one chatting? What are your thoughts on my two shows? I never seen them. What is your thoughts on fat-free milk in school? The chocolate milk I personally like. The vanilla milk I don't. Wait. I found it! Okay. My t-shirt's on Tiggs and or CB. The latter is one of the various existing object shows. Oh, I might have to check them out. Also, Randall, if you want me to, I can be a voice actor. I have some good impressions, like Winnie the Pooh. Oh, bother. Tigger. A wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tiggers are wonderful things. Mickey Mouse. Well, hi everybody, it's me, Mickey Mouse. Say, you wanna go inside my clubhouse? Let's blue. Bow, 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 bow. Eeyore. Explore, notice me. Salve, boy. Can you please say those in English? It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Come inside. It's fun inside. It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Goofy. Oh, yeah. Hey, Mickey. Well, luckily I'm not the only YouTuber that does good impressions. Hey, Spencer or Crayor. So basically, for anyone new in this stream, basically what I'm doing is I'm doing an investigation of the Baldi's Basics plus Steam discussions. So, if I can show you this post, slow development and general complaints. Hi, I really want Give Me TV Tunes to bring Snorks because the show Hey, Chase Rafter. Okay. For anyone new in this stream, I'm doing an investigation of Baldi's Basics Plus Steam discussions. To process, I do understand that the game is entirely being developed by one single person. However, we are nearing 5 years since the initial early access release. Listen, we still only have 3 floors worth of content. By the way, this post was made whenever there was still 3 floors. That said, there was about a year gap where we had the development and release of Classic Remastered, which was phenomenal and a great look at what a fully fledged out Baldi game can do. However, we are still at 0.8. The game is far from complete. And we'll go past 10 and 0.11, etc. This itself is not a problem at all, but the game's development feels really slow, and with the updates we do get, lacking in content, instead seemingly has been focused on replacing existing content. I also want the Quick Draw McGraw show to return. Yeah, me too. Me too. The pit stop feels like a complete pace breaker, placing you in a very awkward open space with a story that already was pretty functional and straightforward as it was. Inventory management was easier, and the locker system could have been added as a click and drag UI element on that older store. As for excess items, it could have been a trash can icon or sell icon where you could trash the item, or Missman decides sell it for YTP points. Where is crime? That's what I'm wondering too. There has been updates where Missman adds content that only gets replaced or reworked in future updates, making the overall amount of content in the game feel about the same or not enough given the time span development has been going for. The farm minigame is a biggie. I still prefer my TV tunes Boomerang and Sand over Nickelodeon Spam Loading and Sponge Movie Friends picture. The overall feels about the same or not enough given the time span. But farm minigame is a big example, having been added in one, being removed and reworked in another, then removed again in another update. Stuff like this makes the game's development feel incredibly slow when looking at the overall amount of content in the game now versus years ago. The addition of diabetes soda feels like item padding, saturating the item pool for the sake of quantity over quality. You said it can spawn in vending machines, but so does diet, both of which need a quarter to buy it, yet one has a slightly better use case. Both have the same effect, but the difference in range only matters if you are in a long enough hallway. In the same vein, Miss Man could add a diet Zesty bar that acts like a one-time use water fountain. All that would do is nerf a player's odds. I get unique helpful items. It just doesn't really make sense. personal/general complaint. A removal of a detention timer and makes it harder to tell if you get caught escaping since you can't tell how long you have left outside of the room. I hope that with the quality and quantity of the updates improve, but as it stands, at the current pace, it feels like the game is going to be finished by 2050. Maybe the game has symptoms of feature creep. Maybe I'm just old, bitter, and I've just not been enjoying the late and newer changes being made. It feels like a major dip feed. Not perfectly got new characters, events, floors, and map elements, and a main menu rework. Maybe time will tell. It's like Nickelodeon doesn't care about nobody. I feel but Missman is a single, and I mean single, like the only dev, not like single relationship single. Dev that also cares about fam and spends time with them. He also has said most of our placeholders, and they will be reworked/replaced. And 2 months for updates seem like a little time for. So though he can't add like a Minecraft update worth of content. Also, I mostly agree on what he said. I think for 5 years of not much content can be justified by class. And Dr. Reflex slowing the game down for 2 years, and in 2019 there being many Baldi projects, like Birthday Bash, with it also being the year but Plush's development started to take form. And about the updates just feeling like changes to changes to what we currently have. I guess that's just how development works. You need to first polish what you have to then add more things, because if you don't, it will result in you having to re-characters away. But the B-set is already a high-tier hand, so having it exist literally everywhere made the game a lot less strategy-based. This is why I love watching rant from various creators, including you. Sorry, had to get my quick. I definitely do not agree with your opinions about the campaign future. I also don't agree with your opinions on the foods for the pit stop. Sunday's iCarly marathon is the only exception. 1. The pit stop is unfinished, so of course it may feel out of place. 2. The filter pub is nice, and I feel like it's necessary to have slower, more out-of-place parts. Okay, as the story elements will probably be similar. The last thing I need to say is that it's best for the game developers to not rush. They may be going through hard times, might get burnout, etc. I understand that you may not want to wait, but waiting is necessary. Plus the fact the game should be finished in just a few years. If you also want better game elements, that would actually be harder for them to do. Leaning being an unsatisfying. Something important to keep in is Missman's first proper large. Before Baldi's Basics, he made a small. It's like I always say, they have something against their old, it's just facts. Absolutely facts. Something important to keep as well is that Baldi's Basics is Missman's first proper larger scale game project. Before Baldi's Basics, he made smaller games and engines that differ quite a bit from Unity namely Adventure Maker and Petite Computer. So understandably, there's quite a bit of a learning curve involved, especially as a solo dev. A major contributor as to why it's taken so long is the fact that Misma didn't have the best sense of planning or workflow until partway through development. This was something he's actively worked to improve upon. Though to try to make the rest of development smoother, now he has a 2-month upload schedule as an actual game design document. To reference off of. It's come a long way as a development, but realistically, it has more to learn about how to make a game. Disney Channel doesn't enroll shows much either, especially compared to CN Discovery, Boomer, and Me TV. But at least movies are fully dominated there, kind of like Nick. Yeah, that is true. They don't even air the new adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Timon and Pumbaa, and Darkwing Duck. Some of my favorite shows. Also, by the way, I got a question for you guys. What are your favorite shows? I think my channel can answer that. How? Also, by the way, guys, editing on one of my upcoming videos have been going great. Here's how editing has been going. By the way, guys, editing is probably my favorite part of making videos, because it is just fun to listen. It is just fun to put clips from other stuff, like Family Guy, Simpsons, SpongeBob, etc., when it makes sense to. What are you drinking? Tea. Back. Okay. Also, by the way, pretty soon I plan on going back. Next year, I plan on making some plush videos. I got a paper cutout of Cricket Green. I think he looks pretty accurate. If I can. Cricket Green. Images. And I also... Okay, good. I figured you was gonna drink Kool-Aid as a celebration. I don't know. I didn't know that. And I'll also need the paper cutout for Telegram Kiff and Barry from Kiff. Okay. Let's get... How accurate does that look? I'll even... Also, by the way, what's your favorite show from Disney Channel? What are some of your favorite and least favorite shows and channels? Some of my favorites are Winning the New Adventures of and the Book of Pooh, Darkwing Duck, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Plus, Regular Show in Dexter's Laboratory, Cat, Dog, and Rocco's Modern Life. Okay. And my least favorite shows are Cocomelon, Ladies with Winnie the Pooh, if I haven't made that obvious enough, Baby Shark's Big Show, Thomas and Friends All Engines Go, Barney's World, Caillou. Do I like the Looney Tunes show? Of course I do. But do you guys have any suggestions on what I can do? I want to spend like the last 10 minutes chatting. Also, like, what's the Looney Tunes show, the 2011 or the 2011 sitcom? Maybe we do a TV schedule video. Okay. Also, I want to show you guys something. I know I'm a little late on this, but I just made a post. Oh, hey, K-Films. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs aired on Disney Junior. Can you guys... And not the remake, but the 1937 film. Also, there was also this Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Plus episode I watched called Minnie Mouse Clubhouse that showed Minnie's Clubhouse. And honestly, the episode was honestly good. The only thing I dislike about the episode is that the subplot with the baby bear, was honestly unnecessary. I think I'll spend the rest of the live stream chatting. Also, by the way, if this live stream does well, and I might do some more live streams in the future, probably every Friday or every Saturday and Sunday. Which one do you like better? Every Friday or every Saturday and Sunday? I like them all. Okay, I'll wait for more people to give me their answers. Do you have a dog? Yes. And it chewed up some of my stuff, such as my Mickey Mouse figurine and my Branch figurine. But at least I still have a Mickey Mouse plush. I recently got it just a couple months ago. And Mickey Mouse alongside some of the other characters, maybe even all of the Sensational Six, in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and Mickey Mouse will be appearing in my Plush series. He's hot dog, diggity dog. What is a carrot? Speaking of Plush series, first of all, what should I name it? And second, I'll probably do a community post, but give me some name suggestions. And secondly, what characters do you want to appear in it? Because it won't really have a theme in terms of what characters from what specific show, movie, or video games will be appearing. So, Baldi from Baldi's Basics, several of the Toy Story characters, almost all of the Winnie the Pooh characters, the Mickey Mouse characters, as I mentioned, Cricket and Tilly, Kif and Barry from Kif, Bluey and Bingo, Cuphead and Mugman, Baldi, Piggy and Willow. Hell, I might even have some SML characters. And I will even have some Mario characters. So if you are interested, however, I do need some voice actors. Since I honestly don't have many voices. Should I include the Darkwing Duck if I get him? I'm just waiting for someone to chat. Come on. I was really wanting to get that when I was a little kid, but too bad I am 21 years old now. Well, you don't really have to be a kid to get plushes. You don't really have to be a kid to get plushes. So you can still get a Mickey Mouse plush if you want one. Please chat. Whoever's left, please chat. The last few minutes will be spent chatting. I'm just glad it's finally cold outside, and it doesn't feel hot outside. I'm glad because I was mad. Honestly, I think you need to learn how to deal with the heat. Ooh, I'm gonna create a poll. What's best? Would you rather Eat with your hands. Non. What's the word? Non-prominent. Prominent. Oh my. I almost reached the limit. I almost reached the limit. True, because the more you get mad, the more it dehydrated. That's a thing? Since when was that a thing? And how is that a thing? Okay, I'm gonna end the stream in a few minutes. Okay, well, I have to get off here. I have to eat supper. Okay, bye, Dylan Thomas. I think I'm gonna end the stream. So, if you liked it, please give a like to it. If you like, be sure to check my other videos and my live streams and subscribe. Don't forget to click the notification bell to never miss another video. And never again. Peace out. Okay.